What is up, everybody? It's Grim here. I hope you're all good. First up, it's Friday. Thank fuck. Oh, the weekend is upon us, and it's a long one. Oh, yes. But before we can have our weekend fun, we need to finally put the bastard that is Cata to bed. Yep, we finally got to that point where I can do the Cata summary. Cata has been a car crash for me, just an absolute mess, and I apologise for that, I really do, guys. But let's put that behind us and let's look at the numbers. Let's look at how much we can make if we apply ourselves, put a little bit of effort in. Now, I will say this, we're going to keep this the same format as we've done on the others. That is basically a set of raids that we want to run and a set of 5-mans that we want to run, and we're going to try and keep it within about 3 hours a week, okay? Because that's, you get home from work, log on for an hour, get your garrison stuff sorted, do some farming stuff, then log off. 3 hours doesn't seem too crazy to me. So that's the format we're going to keep it. Obviously, you could tweak a balance, add stuff, take stuff away that you want, but this is, I think, a kind of setup that works. So let's crack on into this. First, with normal 5-mans. Now, first thing you're going to see is that the gold that you get from a single instance run isn't how this is all lined up and formatted. What we're looking at is how many runs can I do in the hour lockout time, and how much gold is that going to give me, because that's the important bit. Great, Halls of Origination is going to give us 148 gold per run, but I can't do that many runs of it in an hour, so that sucks. Alright, so that's the way we're going to look at it. That's the way we're going to judge these. Now, I understand you look at it, you go, well, Grim, Lost City is almost 7 minutes, you've got it down to 6 minutes, blah blah blah. When I do my runs, okay, I will go into an instance and I will start jotting things down, start monitoring things. So my runs are technically longer than they should be. Can be up to a minute, or so longer. So I've kind of rounded these down, allowing for the fact that you're just going to go in, you're going to blitz it, you're going to walk out, reset, and do it again. You're not going to be going through making notes like I do. So there's a little bit of artistic license, shall we say, in the amount of runs that you can do. I understand that, but that's the reasoning behind it. So as you can see, we've got hourly rates there, and the farmer's favourite, Lost City of Tolvir, comes out on top. We can get, I would say, easily the 10 runs in before lockout, and that's going to give us 1,375 gold and 20 silver. It's all good. So we're going to take Lost City. That's going to be the one we're going to pick. We're going to take that. We're going to put that onto our list. Now, we're going to look at heroics. Obviously, I want to say this now. You may have, say, something like Stone Core that you want to do, because there's a mount from that. Take all these with a pinch of salt, okay? At the end of the day, fun is the most important thing. I've done it before. I hit it hard, and I wanted to make, like, 100,000 gold plus a week easily. I've pushed myself so hard that I've wanted to make 300,000 gold in a week. Okay, and that's doable. If you've got 10 alts, which I have, all at 100, you'll see at the end of this, you can make that gold in a week. It will fucking kill you, and you will not enjoy the game that you're playing. And that's why when I do these, I try to set a certain time limit on it, and I try to just say, guys, that mix and match, try and have fun. If there's a particular mount you want to get, go for it. And that's one of the big things that we will see when we jump onto heroic. So as you can see, heroic is a huge long list. Yeah, a lot of the 5-mans are actually only in heroic. So you've got a smaller set that's normal, then a big long set, because everything's obviously doable in heroic. Zolgarub, Zolaman, they're not there in normal modes, and various others are the same. Obviously, the remakes aren't there. But here we go. This is our heroic list. Now this, we don't care about runtime, okay? Runtime is just how much of our time is it going to take to do, because we can't run multiples of these. We can't run tons of these in a day. So we're looking at, for fun, what do we want to do? What is it we're looking to get out of it? Why are we going to run it? So for instance, if you wanted cloth and materials, you might decide actually Grim Bateau is better for me, even though it's way down on the list. You might decide that actually I want to get the mount, so I'm going to do Stone Core. But for me personally, I would go with the one that is at the top, because it has 2 mounts that drop. The 238 gold, it's going to take me 14 minutes to run that. In 14 minutes, I can run raids that will give me far more gold than that. The reason I'm going to run Zolgarub is, okay, yeah, it gives me 238 gold in my back pocket. Nice. you know, I can always do, you know, that. For me, that's like a repair after a fucking, you know, my raid gear gets bashed up. So that's not great, but there's mounts that are going to drop from there. When I've got those 2 mounts, I would definitely drop Zul'Gurub, and I would bring something else in that I wanted to run. That, yeah, it was going to give me gold, but would also give me a mount. So I might go and do, you know, the Stone Core or whatever. But for now, we're going to take Lost City of Tol'vir on normal. We're going to run that 10 times. It's going to give us 1,375 gold, 20 silver. And from the heroic section, we're going to take Zul'Gurub, which is 238 gold, 40 silver. It's going to take us 40 minutes to run, but that's going to give us a total of 1,613 gold, 60 silver. That's from a 5-man. So we're going to put that to one side, and we're going to look at the raids. Now, instantly, just to recap on what I was saying before, you can see down the bottom, you've got Throne of the Four Winds, 379 gold. It only takes 4 minutes to run. There is a potential for getting a mount for that. So when you do Zul'Gurub, which drops 2 mounts, you could say, okay, I'm done with that now, but I'm going to substitute that with something that's going to give me more gold and potentially give me a mount. Nice. That's what I mean by take it with a pinch of salt. You know, yeah, it's great to get the gold, but you can also substitute things in and out as you want, just to keep things fresh. We'll look at that when we've done our Pandaland series. That'll be something when I do a summary, sort of overview of all of the things we've looked at, how we can bring them together, make the maximum amount of gold, and also keep it fresh, keep it fun and interesting. But let's look at the top end, because that's what we really care about right now. Dragon Soul, big boy there at the top, most gold. Also the longest to run. Then we have Firelands, then we have Blackwing Descent, then we have Bastion of Twilight. Now, the obvious thing for me to say would be Dragon Soul and Firelands are the best two. Personally, I would say no to that. I would actually say if I was picking, which I am, if I was picking, I would go Firelands, Blackwing Descent, and Bastion of Twilight. Why would I do those 3? Well, first off, Firelands. Firelands you can run in about 30 minutes. I know I've got 37 minutes there. That's me pottering about, clearing every bit of trash, and also, as I said before, jotting things down. If you're in there and if you're farming it all the time, you can shave way more time off of that. And as I say, you can get it down near 30 minutes. Blackwing Descent only takes 15 minutes, and it's going to give you 1,500 gold. That is a godsend. Go back to what I was saying about Zul'Gurub taking 14 minutes. For 200 plus gold, I can get almost 1,500. Well, I can get over 1,500 gold for the same amount of time. No brainer. Last but by no means least, Bastion of Twilight. First off, you can run the entrance hallway. Now, you will not get as much cloth and materials as all those super hype, awesome videos keep telling you you're going to get tons and tons of mats and oh, it's going to be fucking wonderful. You're going to be cascading from the sky upon you. You'll be rolling around like Scrooge McDuck in cloth and gold. You won't be. You don't get that much more anymore because they nerfed the hell out of it, but you'll still get some. Plus, it's worth running. You can get 1,400 gold for 18 minutes work. That is well worth doing. Also, if you've never run it before, there's titles available if you're doing that on Heroic. So, you know, that's all good as well. Now, if we take those 3, pull them out. I know a lot of people are going to be saying, dude, Dragon Soul is sat right there. Why are you not even talking about it? The big reason is personal. I am not a huge fan of Dragon Soul. It's a fun instance. I've run it before. I've run it solo on 25, obviously to do it for this, but I've run it on 25 solo before, and I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. It takes almost an hour to run. You've got the Spine of Deathwing in there. It just... return on investment is not good enough for me. I have no fun in it. If you enjoy it, then definitely think about doing it. You know, you could drop the other 2 if you're not interested in doing Bastion of Twilight or Blackwing Descent. You could drop the other 2 for not that much of a loss. Alright, if you enjoy doing Dragon Soul more. Drop Firelands if you don't enjoy that. You got to take it with... Sometimes, yeah, it's worth dropping that gold for doing something you enjoy. At the end of the day, meant to be enjoying this. That's the key point. So, okay, we're going to take the 3 raids that I've picked and put them into the pot. Okay, so on the left we've got our 3 raids, Firelands, Blackwing Descent and Bastion of Twilight. It's giving us 5,031 gold and 44 silver. And of course we have our dungeons, Lost City of Tol'vir, 10 runs of that, which is 1,375 gold, 20 silver. Zul'Gurub, which is 238 gold, 40 silver, giving us 1,613 gold, 60 silver. Now, let's take our 5-man total, throw it over onto the other side. But, as we've done in all our previous videos, we're going to double that up, okay? We can do... Our raids are going to take us about an hour. Running those, you know, running the 11 runs there will take us just over an hour. So, let's double that up, make that 2 hours, giving us a total of 3,200, and I have no idea why I did the stupid voice, sorry. 3,227 gold and 20 silver. If we add into that our raid farming, which was the 5,031 gold and 44 silver, we get a weekly total of 8,258 gold, 64 silver. Not too shabby. Monthly, pretty easy. Let's just times that by 4. What's that going to give us? Bum bum bum! 33,034 gold and 56 silver. That is not too shabby. That is pretty much your WoW token paid for. Now, what you also want to add on to this is you may be doing some LFR. Now, if you do LFR at the moment with easy for me to say, with Heimul and BRF, you're looking at getting about 1,000 gold, 1,078 gold per character. Plus, if you've got disenchanting, you're disenchanting the stuff you're picking up, because the Heimul stuff you're probably not going to need now. You're probably getting the temporal shard things, you can sell them in the auction house, going to give you a bit of extra bunts as well. Plus, if you're not using them on your ults, the augmented stones can be sold on the auction house for a big amount. Alright, because raiders definitely need that stuff. You could probably bring in easily per week, as I say, we've got 8,000 just from doing this. You could probably easily bring in 15 to 20,000 gold just by adding up the other little bits and pieces that you're doing. So in 2 weeks, you've easily paid for, if you're going by that way, about 20,000, 15,000 even a week. You're easily paying for your WoW token in 2 weeks. So you're covered. You're not paying for your WoW, which is all good. Now, of course, you know, that's down to how much hours you put in. The more and more time you're going to put in, the more and more you're getting out of it. That's the secret. You see guys who say, you know, I make 50,000, 300,000, whatever a week. That's why. They got time to put into it. I have 10 alts. If I focused all of my time into running this with my various alts, okay, I would be making comfortably, you know, that 30,000, I could turn that into 300,000 a month. And then I could probably push that a week if I really wanted to go hardcore on it. That's the secret to it, guys. But right there, pretty casual gameplay. You know, 3 hours a week, I would say, is definitely not hardcore. And you can easily have your WoW token and not worry about having to pay for it in the future. Let some other idiot pay for it if they want to pay £15 or whatever for their gold. But anyway, guys, that's me done. That's Cata over and done with. We have Pandaland coming up next, and I've already done part of it. We won't mention that. But I hope you have an amazing weekend, guys. I hope whatever you've got planned goes super well. And I will catch you all next week. We've got some fun stuff on. Have a good one, guys.